So I'm going to give you my top 10 wish list for the Marvel movie lines I'd like to see new in the SH Figuarts form, and this will include the pre-MCU days. With Tamashii Nations releasing a line of Marvel figures since 2013, they have built up a collection consisting from most of the MCU movies, from the first Iron Man to Avengers to Endgame, and now the Phase 4 figures. Of course, they have skipped a few movies in between, and if there are characters we haven't seen yet but they've already released at least one figure from that movie, that will not be included in this list. So at number 10, it would be the 2008 Incredible Hulk. This was the second movie in the MCU, and since they changed the actor, this Hulk isn't as remembered or even considered canon to this universe. But in terms of a menacing Hulk and a good standalone movie, this would be a line I would be looking forward to. We had figures at the time including a Marvel Legends and a Bruce Banner transformation version, but it would be great to see a full-on articulated Hulk and Abomination in the Figuarts form. Number 9 is 4 from the 2011 movie, the first one out of the 4 movies in the MCU, if you include the upcoming Love and Thunder. SH Figuarts have many 4s, mostly from his Avengers look, although they did release the Ragnarok version, but the look of the God of Thunder is quite different in terms of his hairstyle in the first movie, and of course there's other characters like Jane Foster, Odin, Heimdall they could still make. Number 8 is For the Dark World. This is similar to the first 4 movie, where it's one of the very few MCU movies yet to have a single SH Figuarts. The movie was released in 2013, so 1 year after the Avengers, so the look of 4 is quite similar to the recently released figure. Marvel Legends have a box set, and Marvel Select also released a Jane Foster figure, so it's probably not a priority but one people would look forward to. At number 7 is Captain America, the first Avenger. And just like 4, we've seen many representations of Captain America with all the Avengers and his Civil War figures, but it would be great if we're taken back to the early days of the MCU, as this movie had a particular atmosphere that's quite different to his later films. And of course there's plenty of figures we could have, like the Soldier Steve Rogers, Peggy Carter, Red Skull, all 3 we've seen for the Marvel Legends, and maybe even a Soldier Bucky Barnes. Number 6 is not part of the MCU but has a following. It is The Amazing Spider-Man, and this I will include both the movies. So the Andrew Garfield portrayal isn't as popular as the other Spider-Mans, but the movies had a certain style to it, and of course a lot of people liked the suit. Hasbro as well as Mafex and a Marvel Select have released figures of the Spider-Man, but of course there's plenty more characters we'd like to see, like the Lizard, Goblin, Electro, and of course Gwen Stacy. And now for number 5 is Black Panther, and this certainly would be a popular wave, as I feel there are plenty of characters for a collection, and most of them will probably fit into your Avengers lines too. So far Bandai have only released 3 Black Panther figures, the Civil War version and 2 Infinity War figures. Hasbro do have a line of the characters, so you could probably just collect these, but it wouldn't surprise me if Tamashii Nations started this line, although it's more likely we'll see a Shuri or Okoye under the Infinity War packaging. Number 4 is the animated hit movie Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, and this again would be quite popular amongst collectors. Of course Marvel Legends already have a line, and Mafex have released some really detailed and accessory packed figures, so to some people it's not high on their list, but I feel the way Tamashii Nations did their Dragon Ball line, they are more than capable of making some great animated figures, and there's also more characters than the ones we've seen in the Hasbro and Mafex lines. Number 3 is the X-Men series, and this I will include the new movies as well since they are linked, but I'm more focused on the original trilogy with them in the black uniform, as I was a fan of the movies although the characters could have been better developed. So Marvel Legends recently had a line of their own, and the old Toy Biz made some trilogy figures, some better than the others, but I'll certainly like the SH Figuarts form of a Wolverine, Cyclops, Jean Grey and Storm in the black suits, as well as more characters like Rogue, Professor X, Iceman and Magneto. At number 2, it is a fan favourite, and that is Captain America, the Winter Soldier, the sequel to the first movie. Since Bandai had some promo photos of the Winter Soldier and Captain America, this is a line I have been waiting for. Hasbro released a few versions including a Captain America, Winter Soldier and Black Widow, so there's plenty of characters if they were to make a line, including a Falcon as well. They could even approach it differently and give us a Steve Rogers and Natasha Romanoff in their casual clothing, which would pair up well with the Winter Soldier. And finally at number 1, the main Marvel movie figure line I like to see the most, it is the Spider-Man trilogy, or the Raimi series, which began in 2002. And this has gone down as a classic and the movie that really revived the Marvel universe, And in my opinion, we had 3 great films, and even today people are wanting a Marvel Legends line. In the past they did have the Toy Biz figures, which I lost count of the number of versions they have, and even today they're still quite high in demand. Of course, if SH Figuarts had their own line, it would simply be amazing, as there's plenty of characters, whether it's Spider-Man himself, Green Goblin, Dr. Octopus, Venom, Mary Jane, Harry Osborn, or even Spider-Man in the black suit. And just like me, if you grow up watching these films, it's likely this will also be high on your wish list. So that is my top 10 new movie Marvel lines I'd like to see made for the SH Figuarts. Do you agree with this list, and did any of the ones I mentioned deserve to be higher ranked? You may comment down below. If you want to see my top 10 Marvel figures I feel Bandai will release in the near future, hit the link in the description below. I also have a character wish list for both the Marvel and DC lines, as well as more figure reviews, news and collections. Thanks for watching, and hope to see you next time.